You're listening to Main Character Manifesto, wellness, mindset, and identity shifts you don't need an escape from. I am your host, Ceci, your go-to life coach and wellness bestie. Around here, it's simple. Eat what you love, move with purpose, think bigger, and show the hell up. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Hello, hello, hello. We are back, and yes, our hair is straight today. I feel like this is like the first time this year I have straightened my whole hair. I feel like there has been moments where like I straighten like my bangs and little bits here and there, but it's been a minute since I've had my whole hair straight, and I was like, listen, we are going to take advantage and we are going to look cute and we're going to record a podcast with straight hair. So here we are on Saturday's day 4 of straight hair. And I love my hair straight. I also love my hair curly, but I am all about healthy hair. So of course I wear it natural most of the time because that's what I promote. And in case you guys have noticed, I think the last episode was the first episode that I had my Invisalign in. And if you noticed that I speak a little differently, it's because of this damn Invisalign. I could take it off, but honestly, I really want to just get used to talking and make this feel as normal as possible. So if you will bear with me along this journey, we are in this together, besties. We are in it together. It is going to be a little over a year. I tell myself it's going to be a year or less because my friend Michaela also got them on around the same time as me. And she's like, mine are 8 months. And I was like, they told me 18 months. So I don't know. But here we are. We're making progress. We are investing in ourselves. Because why? Because we already know that we are going places. So if you start thinking about the future you and what the future you needs, if I'm thinking like, okay, well, I want to be on stage, I want to be on camera, I want to be in front of people where I am helping others and I'm going to be more visible, then I want to be the best version of myself. And for me, one of the things that I really wanted to work on was my teeth because when I was young, I paid for my own braces. And guess who didn't wear her retainers? This girl right here. And the most annoying part is that I paid for everything myself. So here I am paying for everything myself again because I didn't keep up with it. But listen, you live, you learn. We're moving forward. And we are investing in ourselves in all ways, in my education, in my business, in my health, in my wellness, in my teeth, everything. I want to be the best version of myself because that is what fuels my fire. So, what fuels your fire? And today's episode is going to be epic because let me just tell you, we are starting off the year, we are starting off 2026 strong, and I am here to help you end 2025 in the strongest way. Even if you've had a rough 2025 and you feel like, oh, now it's like, 2 weeks and then we're done, 3 weeks and then we're done. No, baby, we are ending the year strong because I have so many things coming up for you. And today's episode is going to help you because, yes, I mentioned last week that I will be hosting a virtual event where I'm going to be walking you through my exact system that helped me get to the place that I am today with a successful podcast, with a successful business, showing up online, working on my confidence, working on my accountability, working on the dreams that I am building. Because even if my dreams haven't arrived this year, I know that I am well on my way. I am seeing the signs. I'm seeing things just kind of fall into my lap that I have been manifesting. So here I am to show you that in this episode, I am going to give you some tools that you can literally start implementing into your life right now. Why? Because the way that I looked at 2025 to achieve the goals that I have achieved is that I wanted to treat my life like if it was a Fortune 500 company. What does that mean? That meant that I was going to be acting and I was going to be planning and I was going to be executing like if this was the most successful company that anyone has ever seen. And that means that you have to start investing in yourself, investing in your mindset, and investing in your habits. So let's get some clarity, let's get some habits, let's get some actionable steps, and let's get this show on the road. Be honest, do you have goals or do you just have intentions? Because if motivation was enough, you'd already be living the life on your vision board. And let me tell you, this episode is for those high achievers that have goals, that have a vision, but they're still, for whatever reason, feeling stuck and like they're not progressing forward. The missing piece isn't desire, it's structure. And today, we are shifting from dreamer energy to CEO energy. Because we're talking about treating your personal goals like a real business with timelines, systems, and accountability. Because you don't need another breakthrough. You need a strategy that can hold the version of you that you're becoming. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I love a vision board, but a vision board without strategy is just an adult arts and crafts. Most people get so excited about the vision board. They get excited about the process, about the feeling, meditating, journaling, sitting here thinking about it, calling it in, doing all of the things that they think that they should be doing, but they stop in that next moment that is so crucial. You need to think about the timeline, the execution, the strategy. Like, how am I even going to get there? For example, if I want to be the person that has a very successful business, that travels for work, that is on demand, well, am I actually ready to receive all of that? You need to think about what are the things that I actually need to do to be able to maintain that. And there's strategy with that. So think about, yes, I want that dream apartment with the city view and the huge windows that bring in light. Okay, that's your desire. So what is a person that has a desire? What strategy do they get to get there? And let me tell you that just because you're a high achiever, that doesn't mean that you are guaranteed success, because most high achievers fail because the lack of container, the lack of follow through, the lack of accountability. It is well known that when you seek mentorship, when you seek an accountability partner, when you seek help to keep you accountable with your goals, then you are more likely to achieve everything that you want. So maybe what you're missing is that system, that accountability, along with the vision and the journaling and the meditating and the energetic work that you're doing. And I'm going to tell you something that I learned the hard way. If your goals don't have structure, your brain will treat them as optional hobbies. And this podcast is a prime example for me to speak on, because no one is calling me every week. No one is checking in on me. No one is telling me what I have to do. No one told me to sit here at 10 o'clock at night after a long shift at the salon to sit here, get ready, record the podcast because I'm on a deadline. No one is telling me to do that. No one is checking to see if I do it or if I don't. And if I fail, it's on me. So to me, I have boundaries. I set a goal and I have a deadline. And to me, this is a non-negotiable because I set the structure for it. And that's exactly how you have to think about the goals that you've been trying to achieve, those things in your vision board that you really want to happen. Maybe you have a few things on there that you're like, these things have been on my vision board for years. I don't know why I'm not manifesting them. And it's because you are lacking some steps. You're thinking about the energetics. You're thinking about the meditation. You're thinking about the journaling. That's all energetics. You need to think about how are you going to get there. I know and I understand that part of manifesting is letting go of how it will happen. But you have to start acting like the person that already has the desire that you want. So what does that mean? That means that you need structure in order to get what you want. For example, I want this podcast to be in the top of wellness, mindset, and business. So what do? I know that my structure is showing up consistently. I am showing up as if I already have millions of downloads because I know that when I get there, I'm going to show up no matter what I have going on. I plan on having multiple businesses. I plan on traveling for work. I plan on being multi-coastal, sometimes living in the East Coast, sometimes in the West Coast, sometimes overseas. We don't know, but you know what? I am building my life so that I have flexibility, and me showing up even when I have a super long day and recording this is exactly what it means of having structure. Now, how am I going to be a top podcast? I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. I know I'm going to get there because I have the structure that I need in order to get there. I know that I am taking the steps to put myself out there, to do the PR, to make the connections, to do the networking, to showcase and to advertise my podcast. I'm doing all of the things that I will be doing when I have millions of downloads. So let's connect that type of energy for you and for your goals and for your vision. Let's connect that to your vision board so that your vision board has a strategy on how to connect this energetic vision and this feeling and these desires and dreams that you want, that you deserve, that they're already yours. How do we connect that to the strategy that is going to get you to become that person that can finally magnetize and attract that? Okay, so that is what we're trying to do right now. And I'm going to need you to listen up to what I'm about to tell you right now. Your goals deserve the same respect that you would give a $1 million business. That's right. I said it. You are not respecting your business. You are not respecting your goals. You are not treating your goals as if it's something that is already yours and it's already meant for you and it's already happened. You're treating your goals as a dream, and a dream is nothing without strategy, right? And a dream is just a dream. A goal is something that you can get to because you have strategy behind it. All right, so if we're going to treat our goals, our vision, our manifestations as if it was a Fortune 500 company, we need to talk about what successful companies have, and we need to take that from them and apply it to us. All right, so what do they have? They have a clear vision. They have timelines. They have quarterly check-ins. They have accountability. Because you better believe that they want to check to see if they are on track to achieving their goals. So it's not what most people do. Most people set their goals once a year. And actually, a lot of people don't even do New Year's resolutions. They don't do vision boards. They don't do anything. They're like, no, that's not for me. I want to just wing it. Let's just see how the world goes. Let's just see how this year goes. That's too much pressure. I don't like to think about that. Hello? Like, how are you going to get the things that you want if you don't have a clear vision? The universe is not going to listen to what you have to say because you're not saying anything. You need to actually speak with clarity, with vision. You need to say with conviction. Say it with your chest, Stop being such a whiny. Stop being such a wet blanket, Like, imagine this. This is like how most people are treating their life and their goals and their vision board. It's like if you are so cold, you're outside and it's like 30 degrees or like lower, right? It's super cold. You're wearing a tank top, you're wearing shorts, and the only thing that you have to wrap yourself around is this wet ass blanket. Does that sound enjoyable? No. That's exactly what you're doing. You're being a basic Betty by not planning and really giving all of the energy to your goals, to your vision board that it deserves. So what most people do is the new year comes, they make a vision board, they set their goals once a year, they never revisit them, and then they hope that motivation comes back, and then they just sit here and pray, and then they complain, and they say that this doesn't work. They say manifesting doesn't work. They say vision boards don't work. They say, well, it's not for me. I don't know. It's just not for me. No. That's not how it works. You need to actually do the energetic work and then create the habits and systems that support the energetic work. And these together will magnetize, and then you will attract your desires because then you are in energetic frequency. You are in the same frequency as your desire, and then it's like a magnet, and then you just come together and then it becomes yours, and then the most beautiful thing happens. You're able to maintain it because you are naturally that person that you needed to become to keep that desire. Then it's not hard work. The same example that I keep telling you about the podcast, I want so many things for my future, and I know that this is my point of time where I need to get my structure, I need to get my accountability, I need to be so honest with myself because that is what we keep doing. We keep lying to ourselves and we say, I'm too tired. I have too many things going on. There's like all of these excuses that I'm so exhausted. And honestly, one of the best books that I'm reading right now, and I am going to talk about it in the next couple of episodes because it is mind-blowing and you guys are going to love it and it's going to help you guys so much like it's helping me, but it's literally the best. It is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. And this is funny because my little brother gave it to me. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and I'm barely reading it. And it's not because I didn't want to read it. It's because I think maybe I wasn't ready for it. I read a lot of books. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I was reading all these other things and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to read it. Like I've been wanting to read it for a long time. And finally, I realized I'm really sick and tired of who I am. I need to break the habit of being myself because I'm tired of the part of me that makes excuses. I'm tired of the part of me that doesn't follow through on certain things. I want to be the best version of myself. And there's still always work that we can keep doing on ourselves to keep evolving, to keep moving forward. And I know for a fact that there's things on my vision board that I've been wanting to manifest that I know I am stuck on. And I feel like the missing piece of that puzzle is those habits that I need to break away. And this book, I think, is going to do it. So we're going to do it together because in the next couple of episodes, I'm going to be talking about the systems that I've been using, and I think it's going to be great. So I'm so excited for that. But for now, let's focus. Let's focus on getting our energetics to match our habits and structures and to have accountability. Everything like that put together, that's how we are going to become that person that gets our desires. And then everything on your beautiful little collage vision board is going to come to life. So exciting. Because we are not going to be those people that make a vision board, look at it once a year, and then hope that motivation is going to get you through the next year. No, 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 no. These are the CEO mindset shifts that we are going to take. Because we are not going to feel our way towards the results and hope that we get there. We are going to plan our way to them. Because structure actually creates freedom and clarity removes overwhelm. Doesn't that feel good? Having clarity on where you're going and having structures and having the habits, that is going to build so much confidence, and you don't even know how much better you're going to feel. And you're going to feel like, oh my God, this is the piece that has been missing for a long time. So we're actually going to get progress this year for you. When you stop treating your life as a side project, your results stop treating you as an afterthought. Doesn't that hit? It totally hit when I read that. And look, you already know that I am not all talk. I am here to support you, and I am here to tell you about a tool that I have created to actually help you connect all the dots, because it's what helped me get here. And I figured I wanted to put something together that I knew would be such a valuable tool that would help others like how it has helped me. So I'm not going to leave you hanging. Let's talk about it. I got so tired of not seeing results in my own life that I decided to actually make a strategy and check in and hold myself accountable. So with all of the things that I've done, I said, you know what? This would be so awesome to do every year, which is what I've been doing it every year at the new year. Before the new year starts, I usually do this by myself. And I said, look, why don't I throw a little party and invite whoever wants to come, and then we can use the system that I created for myself, and then we can get shit done together. So I naturally called it the Get Shit Done Party. And this is not a vision board party. It is not a fluffy meditation party. This is strategy, planning, and execution, because we're going to get clear on our goals. We're going to start planning, and we're going to talk about how we're going to execute all of the things that we want to happen. And the system is simple. The way that we map it out is we get the vision, we get a timeline, and we follow through. So that is my 3-step system. But the way that I structured it in order to find the clarity that we each need, because we're all different. And then in order to set the perfect timeline, the timeline that may work for me might not work for you. So we need to figure that out. And then the follow through. I have a check-in system that will work for each and every one of you. So it worked for me, and it's customizable for whoever wants it. And this is exactly for those people who are tired of starting out strong, falling off, and wondering why nothing sticks. And it's because you don't have that system that works. You're lacking maybe 1, 2, or maybe all 3 of these pillars that I built into my system. This is about becoming that person who has the vision, makes the timeline, and follows through. That is the recipe for success. Clarity creates confidence, and confidence comes from knowing exactly what to do next. And of course, I'm not going to leave you hanging. If you want to start acting like the CEO of your life, do this today. Pick one goal that you actually care about, and you're going to pick a deadline and a timeline. And you're going to ask, what needs to happen in the next 30 days? And then you're going to create a schedule. You're going to create a weekly schedule that will break down what are the things that you need to do in order to get there. And that schedule is also a weekly check-in with yourself to see how you're doing, how you're feeling. What are the things that maybe are coming up and maybe making you feel like they're holding you back? Because during this time when you are trying to achieve a goal, you're going to actually notice that there might be some resistance coming up for you that you need to deal with. And that's where regulating your nervous system and really getting to the root of what is holding you back is so important. And here's a reminder: confidence doesn't come from motivation. It comes from keeping the promises that you make to yourself. And look, here's the truth. You don't need to want it more because you already want it a lot. What you need is to plan it better. And if this episode called you out, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because this is a reminder that you're not lazy. You are just under-supported and you have no structure on how to get to your goals and your dreams and how to make things happen. I have been the same way. I am barely breaking through all of these things. And as I'm getting the clarity and the vision and the knowledge, I am sharing it with you. So listen, we are on this boat together. Yes, I may be further in some areas, and I am just here to show you the way. Because I know and you know that you are so capable of so much more. But the reality is that your goals need a system that matches your potential. You basically don't have the accountability or the support that you need to get where you've been wanting to go. And let me just tell you, the Get Shit Done party is gonna be epic. It is gonna be where we get the clarity, we get the vision, we make the plan, we get accountability, we make it happen. And it may be available longer than just once a year. So I'm going to leave the link below, and why don't you come and join me? Let's get shit done, baby. Let's stop being basic Bettys and then actually make our vision boards come to life. Who doesn't want that? I know I do. I know that's what I've been doing, and that's how I got here. And I feel like my most recent accomplishment has been getting to the top 25% of video on Spotify. Let me just tell you, my consistency, my structure, my vision, my accountability to myself paid off. My system works. That's why I am here. This little baby podcast where it is just me and you guys that I love. We got shit done. So, what are you waiting for? Come join me. The link will be at the bottom of the show notes. And even if you're listening to me in the future and it's past the new year, it will still be available for you, because the way that I've structured it is so that you can start basically at any point of the year. You have the control, you have the power, you have the vision. Now let's get those habits. Let's get that power. It's almost like you have a car, but it has no engine. So now we're getting the engine and we're getting the GPS. So you're going to get to your goals. You're going to get to your dream destination in no time. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for us. I'm so excited for 2026. And I can't wait to meet you at my Get Shit Done party, because we're going to stop being basic Bettys. All right. If this episode sparked something in you, if you feel like somebody that you know would benefit from listening to it, please share it with them. Like, subscribe, comment, leave me a review. That would mean the world to me. Honestly, because of you, that you left reviews, that you left comments, that you liked and you subscribed, that's exactly why this show is where it's at. And I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You're making my dreams come true, and I hope to be of service and support to you. Message me if you have any questions. If you want to chat, you know where to find me. And until next time, I will see you in the next episode. Bye.